Abruzzo, a region in central Italy, has a rich and varied history shaped by ancient civilizations, medieval developments, and modern transformations. Like and subscribe. Ancient times. The region's earliest known inhabitants were the Italic tribes, particularly the Piceni, Marrucini, and Vestini people. They lived in the mountains and plains of Abruzzo before the arrival of the Romans. The region came under Roman control after a series of wars in the 4th century BCE. It was incorporated into the Roman Empire and developed along with it, becoming a vital part of Roman military and administrative networks. Cities such as Amiternum and Avezzano became important centers. Medieval period. After the fall of the Roman Empire, Abruzzo experienced invasions by the Goths, Byzantines, and later the Lombards, who established the Duchy of Spoleto and parts of the region. The Normans later conquered Abruzzo in the 11th century, and it became part of the Kingdom of Sicily and later the Kingdom of Naples. During the Middle Ages, Abruzzo's mountainous terrain made it somewhat isolated from the rest of Italy. The region's economy was primarily agrarian, and feudal lords controlled much of the land. It was also known for its monastic communities and pilgrimage routes, with monasteries like San Clemente a Casaria serving as spiritual and cultural centers. Renaissance and early modern period. In the late Middle Ages and Renaissance, Abruzzo was part of the Kingdom of Naples under the Spanish crown, leading to increased taxation and economic hardship for local populations. However, during this time, the region saw a flourishing of arts, particularly in architecture, with churches and palaces being built in cities like L'Aquila. Modern history. During the Napoleonic Wars, Abruzzo was briefly part of the French-ruled Napoleonic Kingdom of Naples. After the defeat of Napoleon, Abruzzo returned to Bourbon rule until the unification of Italy in the mid-19th century. Post-unification, Abruzzo remained a relatively poor and rural region. Economic hardship and lack of opportunity drove many Abruzzesi to emigrate, especially to the Americas, in search of better livelihoods. 20th century and beyond, Abruzzo saw significant changes during the 20th century. It was heavily affected by both world wars, especially during World War II, when the region was a site of fierce fighting between Allied and Axis forces. After the war, Italy experienced an economic boom, and Abruzzo began to modernize with improved infrastructure and economic diversification. Today, Abruzzo is known for its natural beauty with its national parks and reserves, including Gran Sasso and Maiella. Despite being more economically developed, it retains much of its traditional character and cultural heritage.